Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Midnight, bringing you yet again another video, and in today's video we're going to give you a little bit of a guide on the Underworld and the Heaven Stones, just so that you can kind of get a better understanding of how to kind of use your units in the Underworld and where to get the Heaven Stones from and how to upgrade them and things like that. Also, I want to mention as well before I start the video, one of my videos earlier on, my Jalal summoning video, it got corrupted the last 3 or 4 minutes of the video. When I watched the video back, it just completely cut that bit off. I'm gonna leave the video uploaded. All you need to know is I did end up getting 2 copies of Jalal, and hopefully that shouldn't happen again. For some reason, the actual footage that I used to upload, it's a 15-minute long video, but when I go to watch it and I skip past the 12-minute 45, it just doesn't let me go past. It's really weird, so I've never had that happen. But if you have any ideas of why that might have happened, then just leave it in the comments, just so I can hopefully try not to have that happen again, and I apologize in advance. But anyway, before we blabber on, let's just get straight into it. So Underworld is a mode you unlock at level 38, I believe, and essentially what it is you'll need, well, supposedly you'll need multiple teams. You don't really need multiple teams, you'll need multiple units more than anything. And essentially what it is it's a time limited battle unless you die. You spend the first 2 minutes or 3 minutes fighting just minions. I'm going to show you a little run through of one as well. So you fight minions on the first wave, and if you get over 100k score, which you get by dealing damage and killing enemies, then you'll go through to the second phase where you'll fight Mardgid, the boss. After that, you'll get another bit of time to fight him, and you can't kill him, but the more damage you deal to him, the higher your score will be. Now, you'll get rewards on each of these categories for your score that you get. So I am currently in Silver Division. It's a weekly event, so if you're within a certain rank, so I'll go here. So obviously I'm in Silver Division. There's not many people in this division because we were the only 20 people that were able to get promoted from the Bronze Division in our server in time. So there'll be more people in this division, but as you can see, if you're within the top 15 in the silver rank, you'll go up to gold. Your rewards aren't too good in here at the moment, at least. So you can see, like, I'm first right now. I get 90 gems, 43k gold, and 1,050 of these sky stones. Second place practically gets the same thing, very minimal difference. But yeah, once you get promoted, you'll get some good rewards here. You actually get heaven stones, gems, more of this stones, the sky stones, and some summons. Especially if you get to this legendary rank, getting one of these gold ones is really good. But anyway, if you get a certain amount of score in one of these areas, you'll get rewards. You'll get heaven stones, green as well as blue one, if you manage to get 600k on one of the in the category that you're attacking in. And obviously you get more of these sky stones. Now I'll talk about the heaven stones and the sky stones in a minute. For now, we'll just talk about the mode itself. And you will have to have power, wisdom, agility, versatility, a physical, and the no deploy condition. You can use anything. I recommend personally to have just one strong unit in each of these categories at the start, or as many strong units as you can, and try to spread them out evenly. You really only need one unit. As you can see here, I'm going to show you the agility run. That is my strongest unit, which is Ikaruga, and you can see that that's literally double every single score I have. It's 1,100,000 compared to the rest of them. But just to kind of show you, I'll put her in now. I put 2 other units in there just for the fact that, you know, why not? So you'll get these orbs that will spawn, and they will give you an increase in damage for 15 seconds. They do stack, however the time does not increase when you get them. So as you can see, the first wave, all you really need to do is try and get 100k score just so that you can make it to the second round. I'm not actually going to be trying to get a really high score. It's more of a showcase and explaining what I do to try and get these high scores. I should come off of auto as well. But essentially the first wave, depending on how strong your unit is, you can just pretty much one-shot most of these guys. The first, getting 100k is actually really easy, and if you can't do it, you just need to get one of your characters a little bit stronger just so that you can kill the units a little bit quicker. The big guy there is usually a bit more tanky than the rest of them. I do believe it gives you a little bit more score if you do kill him and deal damage to him. but that's not completely confirmed. I'll have to actually look at that properly and find that out for you guys. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just gonna keep looping here, keep picking up these damage buffs as quickly as I can. As you can see, I've still yet to switch into a character, and you're probably thinking, well, your Ikaruga's probably insanely strong, so you don't need to. But my other flaws as well, when I swap between characters, I actually find that I do a little bit less damage. Maybe that's because my characters are not built, but obviously once you get your characters built, you'll be able to do a lot more damage if you're swapping between the units as well. So yeah, so not a bad first score. I try not to use any skills towards the end here, because your skill cooldown does carry over to phase 2 when you fight Mard. And you'll see it's practically the same thing. He has two main attacks. He has this little laser beam attack, which he has quite a long build up for, and then he has this attack which shows you where he is and you can dodge it. Usually what I do is when I'm on skill cooldown, I'll go and grab one of the orbs. I also try to like bring the boss closer to orbs as I'm attacking him, but sometimes that can be hard with certain units. But yeah, there will be more that will spawn. You get 3 that spawn every so often, and I try to save my dodges so that I can dodge in to get the orb and dodge back to the bosses, make as much time as possible, which is really good. Obviously it is quite a bit of luck in this, because the orbs are what's going to give you a lot of damage, and as you can see here, I've got one that spawned right next to me, which is quite fortunate, but sometimes they can spawn all over, and then you're having to travel the map just to get some of these orbs and get that 30% damage bonus. But I try not to stack them. I just keep one, and then once it runs out, dodge to get one, come back to the boss, and yeah, pretty much rinse and repeat. By the looks of things, it might actually seem like I'm going to get a higher score, which is pretty impressive. I'm pretty happy with that. But I'm not too fussed if I get first in this this division, to be honest. Until I get to the top division, I'm not actually too concerned what my rank will be, just because yeah, to be honest with you, you don't really get that much bigger reward, and it doesn't matter if you take that much damage, just, you know, as long as you're dealing as much damage as you can. So yeah, hopefully that was a little bit helpful for you. Some units can be easier to do that with than others. Obviously if you have Jalal, I've used him. He's actually really good to use as well, because he has a lot of movement speed with his skill, so you can actually get those orbs without needing to dodge, which is really nice, and he's obviously ranged. So yeah, once you, oh god, wrong mode. Once you do that, you get obviously your rewards here, which are weekly, so you want to make sure you can try and get as high as you can on those. And when you go to your wizard, you can go to your unit and go to this one here, basic gear, and you'll get your heaven stones here. Now the rarities are green, blue, purple and gold. From my understanding, I'm not sure if there is any more than gold, but I don't think there would be, because a lot of the players that I've seen that are top on my server and other servers in our guild battle and stuff, they tend to have gold as their highest. I haven't got to that stage yet. I can, but I'm not doing that yet, because I like to make quite a lot of units, since I do have quite a lot of materials in the game. Anyway, so with your heaven stones, the way they work is the green ones give you 2% increase. I don't think I have any. The green one gives you 2% increase to HP and attack. The blue ones give you 4, the purple ones give you 6, and the gold ones give you 9%. And you have a chance to get a random passive buff when you get one that is blue, and then you can get a second passive buff once you get them to orange. Now these passive buffs, once you get a blue one, they'll come at random. So you can see here, this one here, when a skill hits an enemy, reduce defense by 15% for 10 seconds. This one I find really good, because I'm swapping a lot between Urza and Ikaruga. So her being able to use this and then go back into Ikaruga, get that defense, is really good. Now I'll show you someone like Wendy, for example. I have this one. After entering battle, increase healing by 20%. When HP is below 30%, increase healing by 40%. So as you can see, I build Wendy just for heals, because that is pretty much what she's used for. Now to level these heaven stones up, you need to have multiple of the same color, so you need 5 to get 1 tier up. So let's say you have 1 green one, then you need 4 more to level it up, then it will go to blue, then you need that blue one to have 4 blue ones to go up to purple, 4 purple ones to make that purple go to a gold, and then after that I believe it stops, but again, I'll notify you in a video in the future if that is the case. Now obviously your aim is to try and get the gold and the purple ones. They're going to be the main ones, especially the gold, to have those 2 passives. And for the most part, the only way that you can really get these, obviously apart from events and spending real money in the game, is you can get them from the Underworld and in a shop, which I'll show you in a moment. Now, with these passive abilities, what you get here is not fixed. You don't have to keep it. You can actually go to recast, and with those sky stones that you get from that event and many other areas in the game, you can actually re-roll the stat here, and you can choose to replace it or re-roll again. You don't necessarily have to, you know, when you re-roll, you get that one, you can choose it. You do get actually multiple tiers as well, so because I've only got a purple one, I'll show you this, but you can actually get gold. So you can actually see what skills you can get up here if you click recast skill. And you can see that if I scroll down, you've got blue skills here, and then there's a purple version above it. So for example, last stand, if HP drops below 30% after taking damage, increase attack by 16%, whereas the blue one will only increase it by 11%. So obviously you want to get the higher tier ones if you can. Once you unlock gold, you'll be able to get 2 gold passives on there, which are really good. So this is really where you're going to get the builds in your character. You can actually get reduced cooldown, which can be really good. You know, pop 4 reduced cooldowns on, you know, your unit that are gold, and I believe that's like what, like 60% reduced cooldown. Chuck an Urza or a Midnight as a leader, and you got a 75% skill cooldown on one character. This is crazy. You can make some really good builds with this, and this is really what's going to make you, with the magic gear as well, be able to build certain units. I'm not going to go in depth on what you should build on certain characters. That is really up to you, but for the most part, people like Wendy focus on healing, people like tanks, and you know, maybe focus on things like increased defense, or when HP is below a certain point, deal this or that. You know, there's some crit builds in there and things like that. But if you re-roll 20 times on overall, you don't have to do it on just one item. If you use, like, I could re-roll 10 on this and 10 on another one. Once you get to that 20th one, you can actually select a skill that you want. You can select one from this list here, and you can just pick whichever one you want. So essentially, re-rolling as much as you can, save that selective skill for, you know, one that you really want to get. Once you get to gold tier, you'll be able to select a gold one. And yeah, it's really that easy. You can literally select what you want from here once you do 20 summons. I'm pretty sure maybe this might go up once you get to gold tier. I'm not sure, but again, something I'll have to get back to you on. And yeah, for the most part, that is pretty much everything with it. Now obviously, it doesn't cost anything to remove, and tiering up doesn't cost anything either. Personally, the way I play the game with these, I like to build at least 3 characters. At the moment, I'm building many. As you can see here, a lot of them have got some, even my Totomaru. So I am planning on getting like a lot of blue ones before I start actually focusing. But what I'd recommend for new players is maybe focus on just getting 3 units with gold tier, and then start focusing on more units. Because obviously, if you just spread them out like this, how I have, you know, like I could get like what's this, like another 2 more purple ones. I could actually get a gold one, but then I'll have no heaven stones to use for my units, and I like to have all my units quite balanced so that I can get through a lot of content in the game. So you know, it's up to you how you want to do that, but personally I would say maybe focus on trying to get the purple gear, and once you have the units that you like with purple gear, then maybe start focusing on trying to get the gold ones on there. Now where is it? Let me go to shop, and is it in here? No, guild shop, which one is it? So you can buy sky stones here in the guild shop from the guild clash coins, and you can buy the heaven stones here from the guild shop as well. Now you can choose to do that if you'd like. Me personally, I buy the skill books. Once all my characters have got their skills up, then I'll probably focus on heaven stones a little bit more. I'm not too fussed on heaven stones, but yeah, you can get them from here. I'm pretty sure that's for that's where you can get them from. There's not really anywhere else at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, for the most part, that is everything with the Underworld and the Heaven Stones and things like that. Hopefully this video did help you. I will be doing more guides on more modes and more features in the game, as well as more summoning videos that hopefully don't get corrupted. And tomorrow I think I'm going to do a video on guilds, so that we can kind of go through some of the, oh hang on, that one guild, some of like, you know, the guild challenge and the guild clash, just to kind of give you some advice on how to deal quite a lot of damage on that, and things like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace out.